Good afternoon, everybody. As always, we're very excited to be with you and certainly excited to be here with Heather. For those of you who don't know Heather, she's actually the founder of HeatherMcKinney.com. And without getting into her bio, as we always share, please go to the website, HeatherMcKinney.com, because you can see her background there. And a lot of other really cool things to get started if you're interested further in working with Heather. So really the subject this week, Heather, is kind of funny because I don't know if you even realize this, but this subject is, interestingly enough, one of the most sought after training topics. I did not know that. Yeah, so it kind of goes to show like networking is something that we all know we need to do. We know we do it on a regular basis, but maybe there's other stage when it comes to networking. I thought that was quite interesting when I was kind of preparing for the webinar and doing my own research. But it's one of the top after training topics out there. So very timely. So the purpose of today, again, for those of you who haven't joined us, really just to spend about 10 to 15 minutes getting you refocused. Heather's going to get you refocused on how you look at networking, kind of how they look at it, what really it is, and like even setting some networking goals. Because I think we all know it's out there and we do it, but life happens and we don't know something. That's kind of the purpose. And then secondly, the second part is to spend another 5-10 minutes getting people focused on the idea of how there's this really effective but unbelievably affordable thing called essential oils that can impact somebody's networking efforts. Absolutely. Thank you. It's beautiful. We'll get into all of it. I'm curious to see your thoughts as we go through it as well and what questions we have. But it was an exciting presentation to put together. So I really do look forward to your feedback and your thoughts as we go. Awesome. So we'll get started here. As usual, again, and at the end, if you have to drop off, please do so. We'll take a look at the registrants and the attendees and follow up with you with the recording and, a few personal words from Heather. So just go ahead and get started. Sounds great. Thank you, Andy. You're welcome. So welcome to today. Our presentation is all about building your relationships and building your network. And we'll talk about what that means. The recording of this presentation today, this webinar, will be on HeatherMcKinney.com. So please come visit us there. We have previous webinars there. Mark your calendars. We will have future webinars coming. And we really love your email address for that contact, because we don't sell it or nothing like that. We want to know that you want to join us and we send you reminders and upcoming webinar announcements. So please, if you want to contact me, if you like what you're hearing, you want more, just email firstshine5@gmail.com. So it's time to go Shine and Thrive, and here we go. Today's relationships are so dynamic. I mean, our relationships now, we have so many ways to reach out and build relationships. So today, take this to heart, whether it's for your personal life or professional life, something will come to spark your interest and spark your motivation to work on building these relationships. This is a quote that I found to be really pertinent for today. Surround yourself with people who believe in you more than you do in yourself. So more than you believe in yourself. If you surround yourself with people that believe in you, they will help lift you up when you're in those challenging times of transition or question, and then vice versa. Hopefully you can also lift them up. And it really does come back to build your relationship and in turn build your networking opportunities. Absolutely. That is so essential. Did you see that in your world? Oh my gosh. I can tell you that honestly, it does start, it's funny because you're talking about networking. You go in, you don't think who you're going to meet, but when you find that person who you just connect with, the opportunities that extend primarily, and it's like a ripple effect. And that is so true. And it's more fun. It's more organic. It's not that it's not work. It is work. But it's energizing work rather than draining work. Draining, right? Who wants to be drained? I know I don't. It's more fun to work together. So we look at networking. This was Angie honestly shared in the beginning of this welcome for the webinar. Networking is the single most powerful marketing tactic that's out there. And you can use it to accelerate and sustain whether it's your personal life, your personal well-being, your professional life, volunteer organizations, nonprofits, global causes, anything like that. Networking is that most powerful part of it. And I think a lot of people don't necessarily feel comfortable talking about it. Maybe that's why it's one of the top things to talk about. I agree. It's a fear. Yeah. It's definitely a fear. I work with a lot of young people, and they network now all the time through social media. What happens is when they have to extend that to a phone call or an in-person networking, they get extremely nervous because they're hidden with the social networking. So extremely powerful, but definitely a fear, which is why I was so excited to join you today to talk about this, because eventually you have to come out from behind social media. In most positions, not all, there are some where you stay hidden, but in most positions you have to come out behind social media if you're successful, right, at some point, and really connect. Really connect in some way. Yeah. Absolutely. So hopefully today we'll give you some tips on that, break down those walls, shed some light, and help you to shine in this area a little more. So if you're saying, what is networking? I joined today because I wanted to know what you're talking about. This is really how basic it is. It's forming those relationships and connections that are based on a variety of situations. These are just the most common, but whether it's your professional workplace, colleagues in the same field, who you interact, business working environment. Your personal relationships and environment, obviously, is a network. Your social network, who do you like to hang out with, who do you have fun with, whether it's in person or really now with people gaming and all these kinds of things that you're networking, you are creating your social network in that way. And having to say is who you're spending your time with, really. The political network, that's an obvious one, that's very strong. And your family, your children, your faith-based organizations. So these are all various networks that are very powerful and impact who you are, how you think, what you choose to give, what you choose to receive. So I want you to think about these connections as we proceed today with how powerful networks are. Absolutely. And just one comment I have in terms of social and social media, I learned from my mother, who is 85, maybe 86, that she does a lot of that words with friends. Oh, what's the fun? Yeah, my point is that she actually came to me and said, now she realizes there's a tax teacher on there, and she's chatting with these people, and somebody told her that she is the toughest challenger they have, and that's probably why she thought out like thousands of years. But I was thinking of her and thinking, of course, my mother doesn't necessarily use network for business at her age, but how I wonder how many people that use that task feature and find out more about people that they're playing with, right? Because they could be somebody, a good connection for them, business and otherwise, right? But a lot of times we don't take the time when we're thinking about our connections and our network to think through truly all of our connections and networks. When you think about that, I'm saying we're friends with 20 people. How many of them didn't even know I do for a living? Right. Right. They're authentically coming to you just to have some fun. Yeah. And then it could lead to something bigger because you have that connection. Yeah. And then if you're willing to take that step, like my mom said, she now has started chatting with people while they're playing. But before she was just playing and not chatting. So wow. For a personal level, hugely exciting, but I think I guess I go back to this. I'm a marketer at business. You could be like, oh, what do you do for a living? And just really connect with all those people. It's good, and it's good. We just connecting in different ways, network, of course, in person, faster way, of course, right? But virtual, over the phone, email. I'm just bringing these up. So again, as Andy was saying, really just to bring to light to you that you're already doing it. You're already doing it. So to say, oh, I can't do that, or that brings, knots to my stomach, which we'll talk about later, some support for that. But I really want you to know you're already doing it. So if you have maybe more of a say, I realize you don't always have a say in where you have to network, especially if it's more of a going back to the work with friends, just getting Candy's mom joined, just have fun. Just challenge your brain and have fun and do something she enjoys. Well, now this network offers her a different opportunity to maybe form friendships and reach out and connect in a different way that makes her happy as well. So I just challenge you to establish that clarity, understand your target market, and really seek, if you're doing this from a business perspective, I guess, to talk about that more, Angie and I do at least. But also personally, if you're just getting involved with networks, really think about what is the support you are looking for. You can be looking to provide support, but really it's okay to look in that mirror and say, I'm also joining this because I need support in some way. What is that support I'm looking for? Is it a friend? Is it a companion? Is it a business connection? It's okay to ask that of yourself. Absolutely. And I, often when I'm working in marketing strategy with folks, we will look at, like, sit down and write their network down. And a lot of people will not even consider their, like, Facebook network. Because they don't think about going out there and saying, they'll post all kinds of things about their day, silly stuff, off the dog and the cat, but not because, hey, I don't know how many of you realize that I do for a living. I'm looking for X, Y, and Z. They don't intuitively think to do that. But that's perfectly acceptable and okay to do that. That's good to know. Granted, nobody wants you to be the person that is, I'll have to come back to it. I don't remember what the stat was, but nobody wants that person that's always selling on Facebook. Like, right. It all get 3 messages a day about the product itself. But people do want to know you and know what you're passionate about. And if you're passionate about your product or your service, the business you work in, then by all means tell people, because a lot of times people in your Facebook network or your whatever social platform you use the most don't have any clue about you beyond what they remember from high school or wherever you met. So you're missing opportunities when you don't go down and define. So what I would have to do is my strategy, say, have them go down and define their in-person network, their virtual, who they pick up the phone and talk to, who they could pick up the phone and talk to, who's all in your email contact. Or who's going to use their email list. Using that social platform. And then before they realize that they've got thousands of people to talk to, and they thought, I don't network. I don't know anybody. I don't even know them. Here's some things to think about. Number one, I really want you to be empowered and realize you can have out. Okay, if you learn nothing else today, realize you do have value, and that just as you're trying to network with others and enjoy life and connect and make things better in some way, shape, or form, somebody else is connecting with you because they're also searching for that. Okay, So you do have value, and figure out what that is, what you're bringing to the table. And you also have the opportunity to enhance that and change it. That's okay. You can be flexible and change. Just think about that to get started. Know your goals. What are you looking for when you do network with somebody? Is it a chamber event? Is it something in your local business group? Is it through your professional organization association? Those are obvious ones, but let's be honest and talk to people. If it's more on a personal level, then keep it that way if that's how you feel. And let it evolve into something else over time if you choose. Just know your goal of why you're networking with those people. Really try to create win-win. This is something that is passionate for me because I truly believe the more you can create a win-win opportunity, the more you both can shine, and that helps everybody get to a better place of where they're trying to go. This doesn't mean you sacrifice everything for someone else. Doesn't mean you get everything for free. It really is being creative and thinking about how we can work together, or maybe connect someone else with somebody that can help them create a win-win. And that's okay too, because hopefully this kid will come back. Right? Would you say? Absolutely. I think, when somebody really does something for you, you pass it on, but it shows you sincere. And you'll know when those sincere moments are, and that they have some high value. Because that, again, becomes another ripple effect. Keep giving and you keep getting from it. So build your trust and respect. And again, this is in business and in your personal life. Build that trust and respect. So as you're building a relationship, listen to the other person. I like to talk, but I do really try to listen, because then I help guys what we'll talk about. I want to learn and see what's important to another person, and that hopefully also builds that trust and respect, because I want to do things that they're interested in and explore life together. Follow up promptly. So whether it's business or personal, if you want to build a strong network and relationship with somebody, find a way that you can follow up. And I know I'm not always even best at the 24, 48-hour rule, right? 24 hours is amazing. That's a golden standard. 48 hours is great. And if you're not, then please try to find a way that you can acknowledge that there was a delay. Whether it was the holidays or a personal issue or something at work, just acknowledge that there was a delay so that they don't think that it was thought about. So I think that's really important. That's what you say you're going to do, is because not doing what you say you're going to do is a killer in networking. And I don't believe people realize, and there's data out there to support this, that if you go to a networking event and you say, oh, I have an article I think you'd be interested in, I'm going to share it, and I don't share it with that person, that you don't see that person that's told. That's true. That's a good quote. So you just really don't say things. Like I learned, don't say things that I'm not going to do. Know your own limitations. I mean, it's smart. I think that's really hard to do, especially if you're a giving person and you genuinely want to be able to share that article or whatever. And then when it happens and you didn't do it, well, maybe you need to take notes on your phone or whatever it takes for you to follow through and follow up. Just learn strategies that work for you. Absolutely. Back to that, someone said this to me once a long time ago when I was working in maybe university, I'm not sure, but I think they said, send me an email on that, because I'm not going to remember we had this conversation until I see that email. And I thought, I just asked you. Why would I also go? But now that I'm older and a lot more on my plate, I definitely get it. So maybe that's a strategy you use. If someone wants something from you, put it in their hands as well and say, that's a great question. I'd love to help you on that. Can you send me an email? So it puts two things in action. They really want it. They send you the email. And then two, it helps prompt you follow up. So what I do is, number one, I'm at the point in my career where I'm very flexible in my networking. And when I go, I leave myself an hour when I get home, and I literally walk in the house and say to myself, I need to talk to a couple follow-up now. It's that out because if I don't do that, I'll forget. And that is that I have to actually constantly come it out and say, hey guys, give me whatever. I think it's good. Hey, I only got a couple business cards or I got 10, it might take on. But give me the time to do that. If I don't, I'm not going to do it. And that's the strategy to do it. So committing to the long haul is important. That just means you realize there are ripple effects. It doesn't mean you have to be best friends with everybody you meet. It just means what I'm looking at here is more of there are ripple effects for your interactions. So if you are cutting ties, know that what the ripple effects are. If you are building bridges and building relationships, know where the opportunities are going. Just look at the bigger picture. And that way, hopefully, that can help guide your decisions of what events you're going to, who you're interacting, and what your mission is and your goals. Yeah, there you go. And lastly, just be authentic and real. Be natural. And I just really do mean be yourself in those situations because eventually the light does shine and people see your true self come out anyway. So if you have a say in where you're networking and if you can choose those interactions, and even if you can't choose those interactions, just try to be yourself. Doesn't mean you have to reveal personal information, anything like that. It just means if you like to talk, be yourself. If you like to be quiet and observe the situation, then do that. Because what happens is if you don't have some element of your authentic self, and obviously we all have different characteristics we present in different situations. But it's so drastic, and that person meets you in a different environment. They wonder who is this person? Who is the real person? And they may not want to interact with you in a business situation when you're so different personally, and vice versa. Maybe you have a great business relationship, but personally they say absolutely not. So just think about it. These are real factors that affect your network, and I just want you to be aware of these elements here. So set your sights to grow, shine, and thrive. In summary here, we're going to give you a couple steps to build your network, build your relationship. I want you to think about, this is where these are the action steps you have to take. Think about what you want in terms of relationships and networking. When do you want it? Do you have a timeline? Maybe it's a month, a year. Goals are really, really important. Who do you want to be involved with that? Building a relationship or a network. What steps will you take to get there and envision it already happening? I really love that envisioning part. See yourself there. For me, for example, the chamber. I wanted to join the chamber. I was thinking about it for a long time. I just knew I wanted to do it at the right time. I wanted to have website stuff and certain business cards, things like that. I wanted things to be in place so when I joined that group and that network, I had something to contribute and not just receive from other people. I also wanted to add value. So that's where you think about what steps will you take, when do you want to do it, who will be involved. Very important. And that's me, that action part is everything with networking. I've been doing, we didn't say this at the beginning, so I'll say I've been doing marketing for 25 years. And I teach networking, but for me personally, it's not my favorite thing to do, but I have to do it. So I have two key things that I do to act. One, it's a local event where I know people that are going to be there, so I know what businesses will be involved or whatever. I set myself a little to-do list, like here's 3 people in the room that I have to talk to, and here's what I'm going to say to them. Not like I write down exactly what I'm going to say, but I'm going to ask them about their new chief marketing officer that I read that they got, or I'm going to talk to them about the new building they moved into. So just ideas like that, introduce myself to, and then I don't put the pressure on myself of doing more than that. And usually because the pressure's been taken off, I really can shine in that environment. I'm not fearful of, oh my gosh, I'm walking into this room. Who am I going to talk to? What am I going to say? And it's really awkward, And then the other thing that I do is if it's away, if I'm traveling on business and I don't know anyone, I have the ability to, because I've done this for so many years, have this like phrase that I say when I'm walking through there's people in a networking event, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to be the one who breaks the ice here. We're supposed to be networking. Who are you? And it just works. People laugh. They're like, oh my gosh, thank God you did that. And I lost one of his hands. That's my mind, but I couldn't get it out. So, like, for literally probably 15 years now, I've been doing those two things. And I don't have as much fear now going into an event because I'm like, okay, do I know these people or not? I don't know them. I'm going to be the awkward. Oh my gosh, I'm going to be the awkward girl that walks up and out. If I know them, I'm going to know why I'm talking to them. And so now I don't have to walk into a room and be like, have that like stomach ache about why am I here. Although that doesn't completely go away. That's what we'll talk about that. I think what's important enough too is that you see it as a challenge, and like that tip that you share, I really do, because you do your homework ahead of time. You plan. This is what I'm going to do. Where are you going? Who's going to be there? What will they talk about? What's important to them? And you plan a couple questions for key people that you may want to meet. When you're done with that, you don't have to sit there next to them and make it awkward. You don't have to stay there all night and drag out. You just go do your thing. If it organically connects, if it feels natural and it sparks something, fantastic. And if it doesn't, okay, that's not the time. Let it go, move on, you plant a seed, and you'll learn from it. It's okay. It's okay. Well, and the other thing I will say very quickly is it's so much easier now than it was 25 years ago. Because now what you can do is you can get on LinkedIn and look at some profile and see that they just shared this article on, strategy. And then when you go to the event, you have something to talk about. You can say, hey, John, I read that article you shared on strategy. Back in the old days, we couldn't do that. We had to literally, read the newspaper to try to figure out what was going on with these businesses. Now you just look it up on social media and what they're interested in and what their business is doing. So literally take 10 minutes to do these steps and take away all that fear and trepidation. Sounds good. So here's your reality check. We do bring this team in on our webinar here, so I'm glad you're joining us today. You can share this with other people as well. So do that reality check for yourself. What is helping or hindering you as you build your relationship? Ask yourself what's working in your relationships and in your current network, and what's not working. Ask both of these questions. They're both very important. Whatever is not working, I really want to challenge you and give you the permission to learn from it and let it go. Give yourself some permission if you need to. Here you go. I'm letting you let it go. Release, reset it, and figure out and focus on what really is working for you. And if you've had a networking so far, that's extremely important. But if you're believe me, we've all done it. We've all done it. And you can replay that in your head over and over and over again. So, let it go. You realize that pretty much everybody in that room has networking so far. It's just part of being human. So there are, is it okay to switch to these? Yeah, so for those of you that have joined us before, we're going to switch to, we talked about what you can do to plan and prepare so you don't have, that fear, trepidation, or whatever going in. So now we're switching to what are these great essential oil tools that can help you from the physical reaction that kind of happens to some of us when we network and build relationships. Right. And I think it's important to share these are things you do not have to carry around with you. You don't have to have your bottle of oil next to you and smell like, a lavender field as you walk through the door. And I really do think that's important for you to know. These oils that I chose to use and, we both choose to use are they're off the chart in terms of what they can do, and they sometimes get in your bloodstream. Or if it's emotional, just smell it a little bit before any of that thinking. Let them do their magic. Let them get in your bloodstream. You don't have to walk around and other people even know that you're using them. Put on your feet, put on your belly button, on the belly here, under your shirt, and nobody really has to know. So the reason we chose these oils, serenity and frankincense in particular, those oils are more for your emotions. Holiday joy will be for the environment. Yes, I know it's January now, but the season and the snow. I walked in the other day. I said, it sounds like Christmas, the holidays still. It just made me happy. So the snow, we'll talk a little bit about that holiday warm snow throughout the winter months if you are in somewhere that is cold right now. And then some bonus supports are for your digestive system. So that not you get in your stomach, when you learn about something, well, it really does affect your body and your brain. It really does affect your nutrition and your absorption ratios and what's going on with the rest of your body and your system. So we'll go through some supports for that real quickly and then share with you how to get them. So Serenity is one of my favorites. Emotionally, it's the oil to help you forgive things, just relax, let things go. It does help you have more of a restful, peaceful, centered feeling. And of course, when you feel like that, you can sleep better. But also, if you're high stress, situations where your brain is really overactive and you have a lot of great ideas and a lot of great things going on in your life, you do really need to take that time to just relax, calm down, let things sift out, and Serenity for me at least just helps me get to that place. If I just function and not sleep, I really, really would. Although people that know me know I do love my sleep. It's only because I crash, I sleep, and then I wake up ready to go. I mean, it's so much more to do every day. But that Serenity does help us relax and calm down. The ways to use it before a meeting, a business meeting, networking meeting, anything like that, are to just put on your stomach, you can put on the bottom of your feet, behind your ears, something like that, base of your neck, those are some good points. And one comment I'll make on Serenity is that I use it in business all the time. This is the one oil that I would not do without. Because I put it, when I go to a business meeting, a stressful situation, I'm getting on a phone call that's stressful, whatever, I put it like behind my ears, on my neck, and it impacts me so instantly that now I know for a fact it's helping. And I use it in the environment too, so that it hopefully does that for the rest of my team. But that is the one that I would say if you're listening from a corporate environment today, because I know some of you checked into this webinar through LinkedIn. So if you're looking at this from a corporate perspective, Serenity is a very easy, affordable way to boost your corporate wellness program. This is huge. And that does tie into frankincense as well, because frankincense, the smell of it may be different. So I definitely agree with Andy in terms of Serenity to diffuse or have it more of a soft, subtle. You barely want to even know it's in the air. You don't walk in and say, it's different, I like it in here. And not have this huge smell of aroma. That's too much. It's overpowering. So less is more. Frankincense, on the other hand, may not be wanting to diffuse, but instead you put at the base of your neck, you put behind your ears, on your stomach, on the bottom of your feet, getting it in your bloodstream. It passes your blood-brain barrier. So this oil, the reason we chose this oil as a key support, and one of my primary ones, I actually use it on a daily basis. It does help keep me centered. It keeps me focused on my goals, my actions, which is to help everybody to grow, shine, and thrive in their personal and professional lives. It really just does help me stay centered and balanced. It brings oxygen to your brain. So when your brain has oxygen, you can think from a perspective that's of abundance, of options, of more. When your brain is feeling starved and cut off from oxygen, you obviously are in more of a fear-based mode. And when you get there, eventually, through a business relationship or business building or relationship and networking, if your tendency is to put up a wall and live from fear of, I don't want to negotiate, I don't want to confront someone, I don't want to talk about this, so that is badly, right? You're already there. You need to bring more oxygen to the situation, which is your brain, before you even get to this point. So please, if nothing else, from today, the Serenity helps your emotional standpoint, the Frankincense really helps your physical brain as well as your emotional standpoint in the nervous system. And again, we'll share how to get these at the end. So I know the website there. If you're watching, my website's at the bottom. If you do have to jump off, please just go and check heathermckinney.com. You can get everything wholesale there as well. And if you are looking for something that's more definitely of an aroma, that's welcoming, that's uplifting, cleans the air, it has one of that woody tree smell, then this is the one I look for. Holiday joy, I know it says holiday there, people think, oh, it's just a December type thing. It doesn't have to be. I use it December, usually January, February, March, until the summer sun and warmth kind of kicks in where we live. But you can use it whenever you like. Yeah. Sometimes it makes you think of the holidays. Yeah. I think this one is great if you're the person that is hosting networking events. I really think about having this in the space. People walk in, and again, they just feel so welcome and uplifted. So I think, if you're listening and you're a person that really is the host, this is a great option. And again, it's also really great for your environment if you are, working in an office or you're in a job. If you're in the area where we are, which is in Pennsylvania, and we have a lot of gray days, and it's cold, and this uplifts the spirit. It has nutmeg in it, makes you think of the kitchen, and comfort foods, and all of that kind of stuff. I think also people, in real estate, they light the candle and hurry out here in real estate. So they, they put cookies in the oven right before people come, right? Because they want that feeling and that experience that it's already your house. So this takes care of all that. Saves you a lot of time and energy. So two other ones really quickly that do connect, and you really can talk about these a lot because the gut and the brain are so connected. That if you do get an on the stomach with social events in general, networking events, during a relationship that might be challenging or tough, any kind of change, your digestive system shuts down. That's not a time that your body thinks you should be absorbing nutrients, digesting food. It only wants to help you get through the fear situation. The reality is that fear situation could take several months or years. If it's a troubled relationship or a business deal you're working on or project managing something huge, the project managers do so much in terms of negotiating with a lot of people and getting things done. So that could be your whole career, to be honest. People in the health field, that could be your career, helping solve other people's wellness, right? So these are things to really think about in any relationship you have in networking. Are you in a high-stress network or relationship scenario? And think about the digestive enzymes. It helps you break down your food. So when you're in a fear-based or high-stress situation, your body doesn't want to break down food. The reality is you can't eat. Yeah. So digestion helps you break open your food, absorb your nutrients, and your body can naturally go through its process and constipation, all those fun things you don't want to talk about. But it happens because you're not resting and digesting your food, and you're not breaking it down. The two other capsules that also go with that are the digestion tabs and capsules. Again, on the website, you can find all of this here. There's much more information. You can see if it relates. But the main point is, if you're stressed, support your digestive system and your brain at the same time, and see what your vehicles will best suit you. So in summary, for the product, if you've seen anything that you want to use to help you grow, shine, and thrive, relax your brain, improve your relationship, help you negotiate the network, in a more successful way, please go to heathermckinney.com. Very, very easy. I really want to help you get my exclusive wholesale discount. And it's great. Andy loves that. I do. It's a great way to get the product. And I think personally I'm here to help you. You click on the shop tag, which is white, and then redirect you to my personal wholesale discount page, which is mydoterra.com/Heather McKinney, and then you go to join this page. You decide if you want to start the basic wholesale or the advanced wholesale option, which is called a wellness advocate, and then you click the green join tab, enter your information, pick what oils you want to start with or products, wellness products as well, or options, and then really we welcome you to, that's the first step to start to enjoy your whole life. My email is GlowShine5. If you're looking at that and have questions, please email me at glowshine5@gmail.com, and I will be happy to walk you through those things as well. Once you've done that, then you get the added bonus of my full-time support. I am dedicated to help you, so please don't feel like, I want to try this, but I don't even know where to get started. I feel so alone, living out here in the middle, the middle of Pennsylvania, the middle of Europe, wherever you are, it's okay. Or if you're in a city and you're surrounded by people that truly do feel alone a lot of times, I really am here for you. It doesn't matter where you are. We have internet, phone, accessibility. You're seeing this webinar, so clearly you can reach me. Right. Absolutely. So let location stop you. It's more about the quality that you're looking for. So I am here to help you with that. And I was going to say, as a business person, that is very much what drives me to continue to be part of these webinars, is that there is a connection between very important topics and how essential oils can support you in them. So it's not about selling a product from me. It's more about the connection between life and tough times and our health and wellness and essential oils, which I was originally drawn to because of their affordability. One drop does a lot. Yeah, really just takes one drop to this thing. So thank you for that. So thank you for everything today. Well, and that's it. I do want to say thank you. Is there anything you want to? No, I think this is great. We'll be back after this month next week. We do a double webinar this month. So next Thursday. So please, at that noon. Normally we're at noon to change this week of the schedule, but normally at noon. Please join us next Thursday, and we really, really appreciate you. Yeah. Thank you. Bye-bye.